Hola amores, and welcome back to Soulbooklet. I am Maritza. So we have spoken in the past on why it's best to achieve sexual discipline and why it's important to be mature when it comes to giving ourselves up to everyone or just anyone very fast, and why it's best to avoid and not make continuous mistakes over and over again, either in our current or maybe in a future relationship. So today's message is for everyone looking to form healthier bonds, but not only those who think of the right now, but those who forget about what happens afterwards. How sometimes we don't think of the consequences. So just remember that sometimes it's best to tighten your muscles and tighten your engines and learn how to gain discipline and understand all the surplus benefits that can come from being self-controlled in both your intimate life and in your personal life too. So as usual, before we start, I want to send a special thank you to my new channel subscribers and all the ones that have been with me for a while now. I want to invite those who haven't yet subscribed to please do so and help me continue growing this channel. And don't forget to check out my other videos here on YouTube on topics that could surely interest you on life, love, and relationships. So today we're going to discuss the tips and some ways on how to progress in our own sexual discipline journey, both for you, for him, for everyone, and for me. And I'm going to reinforce the benefits that can come from it. So stay till the end to hear some great tips and advices. So the first way is to always remind ourselves that waiting for the right moment is a lot better than just any moment. If we wait for the bonds to grow stronger, the moment will be so much more enjoyable and much more meaningful because it will be given and done from a special place in our hearts. And if it's maybe not so much for the men, remember that for us women, it mostly is. Because us women are a lot more emotional and sentimental, and we're mostly always thinking of what will happen afterwards. What comes after? Will he still like me? Will he call me? Does it mean that he loves me after all that just happened last night? So men, please remember also to not use any woman just for that, unless she is aware that she's being used and is giving you the green light to come in. In that case, then there's no bad karma. You can do as you please because you both have the same state of mind. My loves out there, always think first that your body is a temple, and with everyone that you give yourself to, that you let into your body, to your home, into your heart, you're giving them a little piece of you. You're giving them the most private possession you own, which is your body, your heart, your skin, your mind, your soul. And these are all things you're going to have to live with forever. Would you let just anyone enter your bank account? No, right? So why not have higher standards for yourself and for your body? Remember, your bank account could easily vanish at any moment and you could lose it all. But on the other hand, not your body or not your mind, because these are things that you're going to have to carry on throughout your whole life. So isn't it better just to keep it the healthiest and the most cleanest possible? A way to gain self-discipline is also by knowing the importance of keeping you and myself away from dangers. An example being, if you know that there's too many sweets on that table, you and I, we're going to probably go and eat them all. Well, in my case, if there's too many bags of potato chips, I will finish all of them because I do love chips. But anyways, let's avoid being put in tempting situations where we can give in more easily, especially if maybe we're in current committed relationships. Because if we eat too much without measuring what we eat, we can become sick. So let's think of the consequences of what if we become sick. It will definitely affect our body, our health. Then we won't be able to maybe work or produce. And with that being, we won't even have enough to buy our own necessities. So don't give up yourself to just anyone or fast enough. Have you ever thought of really what could happen then? So we are rational beings, so let's act like rational beings. And let's think of all that can come from bad and fast decisions to both men and women. We can get infections, we can get diseases, and what could be worse enough, what if your current relationship is not strong? Or maybe it's just very new, or maybe it's just not healthy. Or in a worst case, what if it's a one-night stand? Or what if you're cheating? Imagine bringing children along the way if you're simply not ready for it with someone else. Imagine getting another woman pregnant while being in a current relationship. My love, discipline is so important, and being rational can have so many benefits. If you're just meeting someone or you're going on first dates, you want to think first on how to avoid being tempted. You want to know if there's chemistry, if there's compatibility in other ways. So I'll give you some tips. It's always best to keep your dates for the earlier times of our days, because evenings and night times are more romantic, and the moon and the dark skies have higher dispositions for seductions to take place, and with it can come irrational bad decisions. And we know we need to control ourselves. Sometimes we forget to remind ourselves that we are more than just carnivorous beings put on this planet to just have fun and eat and play. And we forget that we are actually made up of so much more. We have spirits, we have mass, and we have energy inside of us. And therefore, we have to develop other ways to control our bodies and our minds and to elevate us to other levels that could be more beneficial to our lives. It's impossible for us to just be here at this right now and not think of anything else. So maybe let's start praying or meditating, and let's take time apart to reflect on all those crazy thoughts that build inside of us. So something else we can do to take our minds from always wanting intimacy all the time is maybe to try hard and avoid other things like magazines or funky websites on the computer. And we can start to learn and release our energies by doing other healthier things. Maybe like exercising or playing a sport, or even learning an instrument, or maybe a new language. Or maybe we can do some volunteer work in our free time. We can dedicate our minds and our bodies to doing healthier habits. We can give less space to sexual thoughts always coming in between our minds. And something very important to keep in mind is that we should always have control of ourselves, especially within the first dates. It's always best to avoid drinking too much or doing other types of things that can affect our clear thoughts. Let's have clear minds when we're walking into unknown territories, since those things can maybe alter our thoughts and make us do things that we might regret afterwards. So I hope you can see from all that I have mentioned that we are much more than just horny little animals trying to make pairs with just anyone out there. Let's first have higher standards for ourselves, and let's think always of the consequences that can come with our actions. Let's think and then act, and not the other way around. This way we don't have to grow any remorse from bad situations, and worse enough, we can avoid having disappointments with ourselves that can really cost us a lot more. Alright my loves, that is all for today. I hope you liked what I shared, and I do look forward to seeing you again soon. Please give me a like if you appreciate this content, and share this video to someone if you think it can help them. And also drop me a comment to let me know how you feel about sexual discipline, and also about the tips I've given you today. And also let me know of a topic you might want to discuss. And don't forget to subscribe and get notified on when I post a new video. Once again, I am Maritza with Soulbooklet, and I will continue bringing you ways on how to create a better bond with yourself and a more meaningful relationship with all around you. Thank you so much for watching this video and for sticking with me through this channel. Till next time, ciao ciao amores.